Hey everyone, I want to talk about identifying your target customer. This is one of the most valuable skills when it comes to selling products and making money online and offline, no matter what business you have. Identifying who your target customer is so important. And you might think either, well, I already know who they are. I want to show you that you might not know as specifically as will help you get results, or you don't know who they are, how to identify that. The first place to start is this. What are you selling? Obviously, we all know what we're selling. And so the next step is, who is buying what I'm selling? You need to really think about this. Who are they? What drives them? What are their needs? What do they go through? What problems do they experience? And here's the last one. What solution does the product that I am selling solve for them? Once you identify what the problem and the solution is of who buys your products, that's your target customer. But then I want you to hone in deeper. And this is where the magic comes in. That's going to help blow up everything for you in a positive way. Get very specific about who your target customer is, meaning what do they do throughout the day? What drives them? What thought processes do they have? What products do they buy and engage with outside of your product or service, outside of your industry? How many kids do they have? Are they married? What do they experience? What is their worldview? What is their perspective on life? And get real specific to the point that you could create what's called an avatar of this target customer, who they are. You know, somebody that you would think in your mind and write down some notes and think about, okay, you know, they go to work at this time of day. They come home at this time of day. They do this. These are their hobbies. And think about this. And maybe you don't know what that is. How can you identify this? Well, oftentimes you can identify it by looking at who else in your industry is doing the thing that you're doing. And you can look at who their target customers are. Social media helps with this often. We can click on people's profiles and see who are the different people that are following us and other people. Not to you know, start to add a bunch of people and start to grow your friends list by doing this. This isn't what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is really caring about other people's needs, other people's interests, what they are dealing with, having empathy. And then with social media and the internet, we have tools to help us with that empathy, to do research. Spend just a little bit of time. One of the most valuable things that you can spend your time doing in your business, to actually take a look at what people are saying online, what people are saying about your product, your service, your industry, their struggles. Start to ask questions. Many times, unfortunately, I see people not doing this because they care more about how they look to other people than diving deep into asking questions from people. Start to get some feedback from people. You know, what are you struggling with? What could help you get to the next level? And start to create a conversation and a relationship, and start to build these avatars in your mind. Who is your target customer? Listen, if you don't know who your target customer is, you can't sell to them. You're basically selling to a brick wall, or you're selling all over the place. If you're trying to sell and target to all kinds of different people, or trying to be all things to all people, man, it's not gonna work. You can't do that. People pleasing and marketing don't really work. You can't be everything to everybody. So what you need to do is get real specific about who is your target customer. What are they going through? What are they experiencing? Do some research. Take just a little bit of time to look into. Take just a little bit of time to think about. Take just a little bit of time to write down in a notebook. What are they experiencing? And take just a little bit of time to have some conversations with people where you hear and experience what they are going through. And when you do this, and you do this consistently over time, you'll start to notice patterns. You'll start to notice similarities. You'll start to notice things that are similar in people. And then you'll be able to communicate to, talk to, and develop new products for that serve your target customer. And this is the big part about finding and identifying who is buying your product, who is your customer, is not just the product that you're selling today, but how can I serve this person for 5 to 10 years down the road? How can I build a long-term relationship with them? How can I help them reach their goals? And when you do this, when you take just a little bit of time to identify who your target customer is, what they're going through, what their struggles are. Morning, Dale, how are you? What they are experiencing, what they care about, what impacts them, what they want to change, what their problems are, what solutions they need. When you identify all of that, you write it down, and you actually care more about who your target customer is than you ever care about the product that you're selling. You're going to be able to sell way more product than you ever could dream of by doing this. Seems counterintuitive. We're so focused on how can I make money? How can I sell my product? Well, the people that have the money in their pocket to pay for it are your target customer. So you need to know more about them than you do about what you're actually selling to them. And you'll be able to deliver every single time solutions to their problems consistently. I did a podcast episode this week on this, episode number 48, where I talked about once you identify your target customer, what comes next and how you can create massive amounts of traffic and profits in your business. Whatever your business is, whatever your model is, it applies to that. So check it out on the Grow Your Life podcast. Look up hashtag Grow Your Life on any podcast app anywhere, or go to my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com, and we'll talk soon.